A drunk and a crackhead.
You used to be, maybe?
Never. Never.
Maybe a little bit at a time?
Never. Never.
One rock?
Never.
Half?
Tried it one time.
Ah,
You act like you're a crackhead today.
you know what, John?
You act like you're a crackhead right now. You act like you own crack.
Hello, guys and gals. This is the algorithm rabbit hole. One thing Judge Mathis gonna do is call you a crackhead, so you better come in there acting correct. Nobody can call you a crackhead with love better than this guy. Judge Greg Mathis is the subject of today's video. Many of us were introduced to this no-nonsense, streetwise judge through his television courtroom series, Judge Mathis, that premiered in September 1999. He is a relatable presence in the courtroom to many of us and drew us in with his story of adversity, his humor, and his tough love aimed to motivate people to do better. He was catapulted into a life of law and criminal justice after facing adversity as a young person. Gregory Ellis Mathis was born on April 5th, 1960 in Detroit, Michigan. He started off life in a black working class neighborhood on Prairie on the west side and eventually moved to Herman Gardens, which at the time was 80% white. He was raised by his mother, Alice Lee Mathis, and had little contact with his father. In his memoir, Inner City Miracle,
Yes, I do have the book.
Mathis explained that the household was highly regimented, strict, and anchored with a no-nonsense mother. He regularly praises his mother for being a phenomenal woman who poured into his life, worked multiple jobs to provide for him and his three brothers. Despite his mother's love and guidance, defiant young Greg acclimated to his environment and started running with the equally defiant friends in the neighborhood. During this time in his life, he was a robber, a stick-up kid. He and his crew would hit stores like Sears, Kmart, local stores, jewelry stores, and even grab purses. His early aspirations to be a firefighter and the ideals he had learned from the Seventh-day Adventist Church took a backseat to the allure of street life. Mathis's mother had to send him to stay with his father on the east side so he could get his act together. This stint with his father didn't last long, but just long enough for him to become aligned with the infamous Detroit gang, the Errol Flynn's. His mother brought him back to Herman Gardens, but after an assault on her by
A drunk and a crackhead.
she moved her boys to Wayne, Michigan, near Inkster, in search of a better life.
I was a stick-up kid. And so in my last encounter with the law, pled guilty to carrying a gun.
He attended Wayne Memorial High School, which had a much different demographic than he was used to. He was selling drugs and carrying a gun to school, and this is where he caught his charge and got locked up in Wayne County Jail as a result. While in jail, Alice Lee, his mother, fell ill with colon cancer. This news, along with the challenge from Wayne County Circuit Court Judge Kaufman to get his high school diploma or GED in 6 months or return to jail, young Gregory changed his life. Mathis earned his GED through Operation Push while on juvenile probation in 1977. Mathis received his BS degree in public administration from Eastern Michigan University in 1982. This is also where he met his beautiful wife shortly after his mother's passing. His wife Linda and her family also pushed him to achieve his academic endeavors. Linda and Greg would go on to get married and have 4 children together, 2 girls and 2 boys. Mathis was denied a license to practice law for several years after graduating from law school because of his criminal past. Because of his work in politics, his opponents dug up his juvenile criminal history and shared it with news outlets, playing dirty. This prompted Mathis to start embracing his past and using it as a teaching tool for the youth. He ended up earning his JD degree from the University of Detroit Mercy Law School in 1987. In 1995, he was elected district court judge for Michigan's 36th District Court, making him the youngest person in the state to hold this post. During the 5 years he was on the bench, he was rated in the top 5 of all judges in the 36th district. What draws me to Judge Mathis is his relatability. He is definitely a fly guy on and off the bench. He's gonna stay suited and booted for sure, In the courtroom, he's not going to let people pull okie doke on him, and he's not going to let you sell him some BS. But you can tell that he really does care about people, and he wants them to win.
Falling into this trap that they have set for us by failing us in our education system, bringing in guns and sending out the jobs, and you chumps are going forward like a bunch of suckers, and you're supposed to be cool. You're supposed to be the man. No, you ain't no man. Ain't nothing. You's a punk. Until you stand up and fight for your women, stop sending them out there. Turn the TV off. Go out there with them.
I'm still watching his show on a regular 20 years later. His show has made me laugh, cry, and it has inspired me. He's like a mixture of our dads, brothers, uncles, granddads, cousins, all mixed into one. What's your favorite Judge Mathis episode? Drop down in the comments and let me know. Over the years, Mathis has been very active in uplifting the community. In 1983, Mathis joined the staff of Detroit City Councilman Clyde Cleveland, volunteered for Operation Push, and worked on Reverend Jesse Jackson's presidential campaign in 1984. In 1986, Mathis, his wife Linda, and some friends formed YAT, which is called Young Adults Asserting Themselves, and they also formed 4 preschools in Detroit. Mathis later worked as the manager of Detroit's neighborhood city halls for the late Mayor Coleman A. Young. And in 1998, Warner Brothers Television launched the Judge Mathis Show. He has continued to be involved in politics and African American movements. He was invited by the Obama administration to be a part of My Brother's Keeper, which is an initiative to empower boys and men of color. The Mathis Community Center is in Detroit and was opened with the philanthropic goal to provide information, skills, and resources for the less fortunate in the Wayne County area. In 2011, Mathis offered free gas to 92 Detroiters on the northwest side of Detroit as a gift to the people who elected him to the district court, despite his youth criminal record. Reaching back to his Adventist roots, Judge Mathis received Oakwood University's Black History Achievement Award in 2017. Now residing in LA with his family, you'll always catch him representing the place that built him. No matter the international fame he's achieved, he's still a hometown guy, a guy from the D. This is Black History, y'all. No matter what you've been through, we can push ourselves towards a brighter tomorrow and help the next person reaching out for help. If you like this content and you would like to see the next Black History highlight, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, guys and gals, y'all be safe and have a wonderful day.